Okay, so it's a wrap on that particular session. I told you we're going to be having Spax on the show, and I told you also going to be doing a brand new premiere of Onassis' brand new single. In the meantime, let's listen to this one. It's called Black Messiah, done by young Onassis, and immediately after this, we'll get him on the phone all the way from Atlanta. Keep it locked to this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this music of young Onasis. Yeah, his name is Onasis, and the record is called Black Messiah. Guess what? We have Onasis on the phone all the way from the USA. Hello, Onasis. Are you with us?
I'm here. What's up, Calabar? What's going on, Duke?
I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm out here right now in Atlanta, currently promoting my EP and my music video for the song everybody just heard, Black Messiah. So we're out here for the A3C Music Festival. We're linking up with Demo Live from Not Just Okay, later on today. So, we're just trying to make some moves happen, man, to put, Nigeria, US on the map.
Okay, nice. So, I saw the video, the Black Messiah, and I mean, those old clips, I don't know, how did you get your baby videos?
Man, that's been crazy, So as a kid, my parents always recorded me dancing and singing. So what I did was I just gathered all the old home videotapes, and my team and I, we got the videotapes transferred to DVD. And then from there, we were able to process those old video clips into the new video clips. And then we just put it together to tell the whole story of Onassis and my journey and how far this thing has began.
Okay, so you said your parents were recording you as a kid when you were singing and rapping. So it started way back. Like, how old were you when you knew that you could do this?
I mean, I started dancing and singing Michael Jackson as early as 3 years old. So that was when we first moved to the U.S. That was one of the first tastes of American culture that I really gravitated towards. So I would always be dancing Michael Jackson. And as early as, I would say, at 5 years old, it was very clear to me as a kid and to my parents that, this kid has something special and could potentially do it at a professional level one day.
So at what point did you decide to do it professionally?
I was 18 years old. I was just in college, and I decided to switch my major to audio engineering to learn production professionally. And once I finished my program there at school, I then moved to Los Angeles to begin working in some of the major recording studios in Hollywood.
18 years old, you started doing this professionally. You have a couple of EPs out. How many? 3, 4?
As a recording artist, this is my first debut EP release. So this is my first EP, and prior to this, I've been producing and engineering songs for other artists.
You're the iHeartRadio artist to look out for in 2016. How did that happen, and how does it make you feel?
Man, that makes me feel incredibly humbled, to be recognized by iHeartRadio as artists to look out for in 2016. And that came about, a mutual connection that I made, and, they got whim of some of my music and my production, and they sent my story over to the program director at the iHeart station. And, just from seeing some of my work, they decided to pick up the story and cover it. And it's just incredibly humbling, and it just gives me great confidence moving forward, that, I can do this at that level.
So Afrobeat is doing very well globally now. Afrobeat is out there. We have the likes of Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, and the rest of them flying the Nigerian music flag out there and going global. One would think that as a Nigerian out there in the States, your song would have elements of Afrobeat, elements of the Nigerian, culture, but it's typically hip hop. You want to tell me, have you ever been tempted to, do something that has the Afrobeat sound, or your sound being the core hip hop? What's the idea behind that?
Yeah, absolutely. So moving forward, I'm definitely, for my next, full-length project I'm going to release, I have some Afrobeat sounding records that I'm going to be putting out. So definitely going to be, dabbling more into that. And for this one, initially, being that I've been based in the U.S., the strategy was to try and capture the American market, and, we felt that if we can capture the American market with the American sound, then it'll be easy for us to translate over to Nigeria. And, once we've established some credibility here in the American market. So that was the initial strategy, with focusing the sound on being more hip-hop than Afrobeat. But, for the next release, we have several records that I've recorded and we're producing that are definitely more Afrobeat oriented. And I'm really excited for, the community, everybody to hear those.
You've been called a man of many faces. I mean, you produce, you write, you rap. Does it affect your work? Do you sit down and, when you put something out and someone else is mixing it, you feel like they're not doing well, that you could do better? Does it affect your music?
That's a good question. At times, you can easily get caught up in it once you're so involved in every aspect like that, right? So, I definitely try to collaborate with my team. So after, say, I produced the song, I sit down at the keyboard, I've made the music, then I write the lyrics, I maybe record the song, then, I'll mix the song and then send it off to my team for corrections. They might have suggestions for changing things in the instrumentation or the arrangement of the music. I have an engineer I work with who also touch up some of my mixes for me. And then from there, I send it off to mastering so that it's a completely new set of ears. And then I finish it off that way. So I try to not be so hands-on. I definitely try to collaborate with my team to get the input so that we're ensuring that we're putting the best product forward.
Okay, which works better for you? Getting the beats done first and then writing the song later, or writing your rhymes on a pod and then getting the beats done later?
Wow. Every song is different, man, to be honest. Like, for example, Dream Killer, which one I will hear later on, that one came, I had the music produced almost 2 years before I even began writing the lyrics for that one. And, a song like Black Messiah, for example, I had started to write the lyrics before I had the music for that one. So each song is different. It just totally depends on the inspiration, on the vibe for each record. So I can't really say there's one correct way. It's just about the mood for each individual song.
Okay. Coming from a family of a family that would be influenced by sports, because I know your dad's an Olympian. Have you ever been asked why you didn't choose sports, why you picked music over sports? Do you do any sports?
Oh yeah. I ran track like Daddy did. I ran 100 meter. I did high jump in high school. I played basketball and a little bit of soccer, football, in elementary and high school. But as I was, I just realized that it wasn't going to be the thing to take me to the next level. So I had to make the difficult choice of saying, okay, let me focus on this music thing, and not focus on sport, because I'm not going to be an Olympian like my dad was. I'm not going to go to the NBA or be a professional footballer. So I just decided to, let me focus on the music. Let me build those skills. Daddy wasn't too happy, of course, but, as he saw the progression, he saw how serious I was, and I was learning and training myself. He was definitely super supportive. And I just think that, I didn't want to be stuck in his shadow. You know, it's hard to fill, you know, those shoes of an Olympian representing Nigeria. You know, so I felt that, you know, this music thing is something special to me that I could also use here in the States to, you know, blow up big and then bring it back into Nigeria to, you know, to help further grow and develop Nigeria.
For a lot of people listening to this interview right now, and it's going to be the first time they're ever hearing your song. It's going to be the first time they're ever hearing you talk. If you were to sell yourself to, you know, the Nigerian, sell yourself to the Nigerian community, I'm giving you 60 seconds to do that.
Okay. Well, let me say this, man. You know, for all my Nigerians out there, what's up? You know, my name's Onasis. I'm a producer, artist, and I'm an artist that you should support because I'm here in the States, you know, and I represent Nigeria. I'm very heavy. I put the green, white, green on my back everywhere I go. I make sure that people know that I'm proud of it. And it's something that I take very serious, you know, my heritage and my culture. And it's my mission to my career going big, to blow up, to bring it back to Nigeria, to help Nigeria break into the States, to bring more artists from Nigeria to the States. So that's why Nigeria should keep in tune with me because I'm doing it for the Nigerian people. I'm doing it for, you know, the country to put on in a major, major way.
How can your fans contact you? How can they follow you up on social media and the rest of them?
Yes, for sure. So follow me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere at Young Onassis. Young is spelled Y-O-U-N-G. Onassis. And you follow me there everywhere. Go to YouTube, same thing, SoundCloud, iTunes, Young Onassis. Stay tuned with me. I have a lot more new music coming, more Afrobeat sounding records, more hip hop, more videos. You know, we're gonna come to Nigeria real soon. You'll see us in Calabar, Lagos, Ibadan. So we're planning all of those trips to come to Nigeria. And you know, stay in touch with me, man. A lot more coming up. A lot of big things popping.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go off on a short commercial break, and then after that, we're gonna listen to Dream Killer by Onasis. But thank you so much for talking to us, Onasis.
Thank you very much, man. Much love to Hit 95 Point. You know, you guys out there, keep doing your thing. I can't wait to come see you personally, Duke.
All right, you keep doing you, and definitely when you drop anything new, be sure that we'll be here to support you.
Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, keep it locked with us, guys.
Blazing the trail of radio broadcast in Calabar. FM 95.9. Best music, best talk.
The hits never stop in the city. Hit 95.9 FM. Calabar's #1 station. Best music, best talk.
It will not be long because Truth Crusher will rise again. Yes, how long? Not long. Yes, because no lie can live forever. Yes, how long? Not long. Because you shall reap what you sow.
Call 911. There's been another murder. Somebody else's dreams have been shot from going further. Be careful. Exchanging words with them. And everything you tell them next.
ladies and gentlemen, that's the man Young Onasis. Dream Killer is what it's called. You want to check him out, you can follow him on social media at Young Onasis. And we're going to be pushing play to the songs, and hopefully we're going to see how it's going to do on the different charts. It's brand new off the EP they just dropped, to make sure you look forward to it. And if you have not copped it right now, you might just check out iTunes. There's a new video for Black Messiah as well. It's on YouTube. Check it out as well.